Let's settle for a word of prayer. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of the leaders and the county assemblies for the welfare of the society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with abundant favor as your servants whom you have been called, pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under deliberation in so just and a faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interests were committed to our church. Amen. Honourable members, you may be seated. Honourable members, we are conducting our business on hybrid system where we have both physical and virtual. For that reason, it has been confirmed we have 28 number of members in the plenary. As we ring the bell for 10 minutes, which will allow us to confirm whether we have members online and how many. Understanding order 37-2.
Site visit. Naomba akifika kama tuko hapa
na Sergeant Atam, please. It has been confirmed that we have a quorum to transact the business. We have up to more than 20 members online. We still expect more members to join. So the House is properly constituted to transact the business of the day. Clerk, kindly proceed.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair. Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
The Honorable Leader of Majority, the Leader of the Government Business in the House.
Honorable Speaker, allow me to lay a raft of papers before this Parliament as I lay one with a heavy heart. The estimates for the 2025 and 2026 that I've just received in my desk without consultation with the CEC Finance, neither the head of Treasury. Honorable Speaker, I communicated before here, before any government business come before the office of the clerk, I need to know, is it procedural to be before this House? At least I defend what I don't know. And as a House, I've always said, I'll speak my mind. You may not like it, you may like it. Pursuant to Section 129 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the Assembly today, Tuesday, 30th June, April 2025. Nairobi City County Expenditure and Revenue Estimates for the year 2025-2026. Honorable Speaker, I propose to be laid before the Committee of Budget and Appropriation.
Thank you, Honorable Leader of Majority. Now the Nairobi City County Expenditure Revenue Estimates for financial year 2025-2026 stand committed to the Budget and Appropriation Committee for consideration.
Honorable Speaker.
Does he have the card?
Honorable Speaker, I have a card, sir. I have cards both for the Speaker, Deputy Speaker and mine.
Okay.
We are doing a collaboration.
Kindly proceed.
Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Section 166 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of this Assembly today, Wednesday, 30th April 2025. The Nairobi City County Revenue and Revenue Fund Report and Financial Statement for the period quarter of the year 2024-2025. Honorable Speaker, to be laid before the Committee of Public Accounts, PSC. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay.
The same papers laid before the Assembly stand committed to the PSC for consideration.
Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Article 2298 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and Standing Order number 196, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the Assembly today, Wednesday, 30th April 2024. Honorable Speaker, the report of the Select Committee on Public Accounts on consideration of the report of the Auditor General on Nairobi City County Assembly Service Board Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the same to the Committee of Public Works as you direct, Speaker.
The papers stand committed to the PSC for consideration.
Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Article 2298 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, Standing Order number 196, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of this Assembly today, Wednesday, 30th April 2024. The report of the Select Committee on Public Accounts and consideration of the report of the Auditor General on pending bills for County Assembly of Nairobi for the financial year 2018 to 2019, 2019 to 2020. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the same.
Thank you, Leader. The same report as laid by the Honorable Majority Leader stand committed to the PSC for consideration.
On Speaker, pursuant to Article 2298 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and Standing Order number 196, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of this Assembly today, Wednesday, 30th April 2024. The report of the Select Committee on Public Accounts on consideration of the report of Auditor General on receiver of revenue for County Government of Nairobi for the year ended 30th June 2022. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay
the papers as laid stand committed to the Committee of PSC for consideration.
Lastly, Honorable Speaker, if I may, second last. Pursuant to Article 2298 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and Standing Order 196, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of this Assembly today, Wednesday, 30th April 2024. The report of the Select Committee on the Public Accounts on consideration of the report of the Auditor General on Nairobi City County Assembly Service Board, Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund for the year ended June 30th, 2021. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay.
Thank you, Honorable Leader. The same papers as laid, committed to PSC for consideration.
Honorable Speaker, lastly, pursuant to Article 2298 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and Standing Order 196, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of this Assembly today, Wednesday, 30th April 2024. The report of the Select Committee on Public Accounts on consideration of the report of the Auditor General on financial statement of the Nairobi City County Executive for the year 2018, 2019, 2019, 2020, and 2020 and 2021. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the same papers.
Thank you. Honorable Majority, papers as laid, committed to the PSC for consideration.
Okay.
Honorable members, understanding order number 5, Roman 1, the Nairobi City County Revenue Fund report and financial statement for the third quarter of financial year 2024-2025 stand committed to the Budget and Appropriation Committee for consideration. Clerk, kindly proceed. Kindly, clerk, proceed.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Honorable Speaker, allow me to place these notes of motions before the House. And I begin, Honorable Speaker, if you allow me, sir.
Kindly proceed.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to give a notice of the following motion, that this Assembly adopt the report of the Select Committee on Public consideration of the report of the Auditor General on receiver of revenue for County Government of Nairobi for the year ended 30th June 2022, laid on the table of the Assembly today, 30th April 2025.
Notice stand given.
Second, Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following motion that the Assembly adopt the report of the Select Committee on Public Accounts on consideration of the report of the Auditor General on pending bills for the County Assembly of Nairobi for the year 2018, 2019, 2019, 2020, laid on the table of the Assembly today, 30th April 2025. Honorable Speaker.
The notice stand given.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following notes of motion that this Assembly adopt the report of the Select Committee on Public Accounts on consideration of the report of the Auditor General on Nairobi City County Assembly Service Board, Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme for the year ended 30th June 2021, laid on the table of the Assembly today, 30th April 2025.
The notice stand given.
Honorable Speaker, lastly, I beg to lay the following notice of motion. There's another one I'm being given. It's normal, Speaker. The Sergeant at Arms sits next to me. I'm just reading. I'm a reader. I'm a reader, not a consumer of the information inside it, a reader. And this has to stop. I'll not be a leader of majority who reads things in assembly. Even myself, the members ask me what is it, I don't know. So this is not a conveyor belt. That this Assembly adopts the report of the Select Committee on Public Accounts on consideration of the report of the Auditor General on Nairobi City County Assembly Service Board, Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund for the year funded ended 30th June 2020, laid on the table today, 30th April 2025.
The notice stands given.
Lastly, Speaker, as a conveyor belt, following notes of motion, that this Assembly adopt the report of the Select Committee on Public Accounts on consideration of the following Auditor General on financial statement of the year of the Nairobi City County Executive for the year 2018, 2019, 2019, 2020, 2020, 2021 laid on the table of the Assembly on 30th April 2025. Honorable Speaker, that's the last one. The conveyor belt has done its job.
The notice and given. I think it's only proper the leader of majority at the statement hour to share with the Assembly his frustrations, because it is going down on record and answered as a frustrated leader of majority and the leader of government business, which should not be the case. Honorable Leader of Majority, I'll give you some 10-20 minutes during the statement hour so that maybe you can share. That is, if you're willing to share with the Assembly your frustrations. Thank you.
Order number 7, statements.
The Leader of Majority, please, in under 10-20 minutes, you have the floor.
Honorable Speaker, I think members, Speaker, sorry, I approached you in your office when I reflected so much. For the last 2 months, I believe I've been avoiding Lugonzo so much.
Chair, Chair Planning, please don't engage the Leader of Minority.
I want to confess.
Because he is actually part of the...
I want to confess, Speaker, that I've been avoiding one
Thank you for
mama
understanding.
called Lugonzo and her colleagues for almost 2 months, whether I'm down or not. But as a human being, there's what's called a subconscious mind that tells you things are not right. With all respect. I know, Speaker, sometimes I spoke here. After my speaking, I became an English orator who is engraved for his own selfish interest. It's okay. But I want to remind this House, one cardinal rule that I have, I'm a Seventh-day Adventist. A Seventh-day Adventist, when East becomes West, he will not lie to you it's West. I still insist it's East. The Holy Book speaks about, speak your mind, and your heart will be free. Before the altar of sin, speak righteousness. And if it's not for you, one day your children will reap the fruit of your righteousness. Speaker, as you've said, I am frustrated as the leader of majority. I won't say it's true. I am. Yesterday, I had an issue here when a member was trying to raise a statement which is not in the standing order. Indeed, a chief officer or an officer has blocked the speaker of this county. But we're asking again the same speaker to give us direction, where the law requires us to bring a substantive motion and to make us stand as a parliament and say this officer should not be seen transacting any business with this assembly, or his office transacting any business with this assembly, so the executive can give this assembly utmost respect. Another one came yesterday, a member was beaten, a member stands here and says, Honorable Speaker, give us direction on what to do. We want to criminate the speaker on the work we are supposed to do. Who has come with a substantive motion before the speaker and the speaker refused to sign it? Honorable Speaker, I'm so disappointed that the executive officers, even just calling an officer, including me, the leader of majority, phones are not picked. If I call a CC for finance more than 10 times a day, he does not pick my calls. He calls me at night. 3 weeks ago, a month ago, we had a meeting with the speaker here at Norfolk Hotel with the CC Finance, Chief Officer Finance, Speaker, myself, my whip. We agreed that assembly by the end of that week must receive a tune of 500 million shillings. It went under the carpet. Last week, a letter was written again. Assembly by the end of last week was to receive 308 million. Up to date, even a shilling. I just walked to my office and one of the staff asked me, "Leader, it is true, this is an animal farm." A staff, this is an animal farm, whereby you as the chair of the Loans and Mortgage Committee, we are in that meeting, you've loaned 27 million to be members to be paid their interest to take back kids to school. What about us, staffs? Don't we have children? And a staff walked off me and said, "It is true, it's an animal farm. We are nothing here." The Speaker of this county assembly can sit in office calling everybody waiting for the budget estimates. Before I come here, there are estimates on my desk already, and the Speaker does not have. Yani, the executive arm, the CC chief officer, are so bigger than the CC themselves, bigger than everyone. But me, I blame ourselves. I blame ourselves. Where did the rain start beating us? When we became lesser leaders. When we become worshippers. Honorable Speaker, I want to ask my counterpart, Kiragu, with all respect to the UDA side, I want to ask you respectively, 2025-2026 is the last budget we are doing. If you are a member of this house, am I lying, Bishop? This is the last budget you are perambulating that you are doing a budget of 40-something billion for the county. If you don't get right as an assembly, by next year, a time like this, when the CFSP paper is read, that watchman out there will not open a door for you as a honorable member. He knows you are exiting this house. But the question is, what are you leaving behind? This man seated here, Speaker, I'm sorry to expose you before members. You are the most frustrated man, but you're putting a brief face because of your past. Honorable members, I want to say, as you see these leaders, Bishop seated there, Chege seated there, Ogeto, Stazo, I've just told Stazo in my office, you hate even your own senior, Ogeto. I've told Stazo on his face, because you feel Ogeto is well placed than you, which is wrong. Ogeto is surviving. He calls past money. The deputy speaker here is not seeing our speaker in the right direction. He feels the speaker has abandoned him. The speaker is seated here, he's nodding at me. He's nodding. He feels the speaker has abandoned him. When the speaker is holding brief for the assembly, I'm the father of the assembly, I am the CEO. I could see our speaker yesterday speaking on Citizen. At some point, you could see hunger in him, but he's trying to swallow it hard. We cannot live in assembly even water is not there. A tissue paper is not there. And the executive is telling us, give us priorities. When we pass a budget like this one, I've read Speaker, there is no priority in assembly. Everything in assembly matters. Everything matters. That staff has touched me, calling me leader. You are the epitome of equality before. Why has assembly become an animal farm? Kweli, waheshimiwa tushawa prosesia. Waheshimiwa tushawa prosesia list yote imeenda Coop Bank. Tumewalipa. Na sisi hatuna watoto. How will you respond to that question? If you really have your conscience right. Speaker, the first person I want to align before this bunge is one Kerich to come before bunge to explain to us where are the finance of the assembly. I agree. We say even a rat eats in the church where it lives. But don't eat too much until you forget the small for the little kids. We are left with 2 months at the end of financial year. This assembly's budget is not even half already spent. We'll still be on our pending bills. This assembly cannot send even one member to abroad because of tickets. All service providers have refused to give tickets. Members are coming. Fatia came yesterday to me. Ashley came. Leader, I have never traveled. And I said, Fatia, Ashley, I told you, can you pay for yourself a ticket? She said, it's okay as long as I travel. But the question is that the way Parliament should work? As a leader of majority, I'm asking my member to pay for our own ticket to travel for medication. Honorable Speaker, we are all leaders. If we don't put our house in order as an assembly, and I've said today, and I won't say this, no one has ever carried my brains. I carry my brains here, too, myself. If there's anyone who lies he carries my brains, please don't carry them for me. I can carry for myself. So that history one day will judge me. I did the wrong thing or the right thing. Speaker, don't relent. You are a big man. You're not poor. What does the executive give to you to make you rich that you've never seen? You train some of us to be who we are today. This man trained me to be who I am today. One day come to us, I ask you how. If it's not this man, I could not be who I talk of today. So, honorable members, I don't know if my counterpart is ready. I don't know. I don't know. Even my counterpart is ready to put assembly first. To put assembly first. To put assembly first. We cannot live in that manner. My chairman cannot call a chief officer. My chairman cannot call a CEC. Why are we an assembly? A CEO cannot pick a chairman's call. Why are we an assembly? Outside here, let me be factual today, because I don't want anyone to carry my brains again. And you will not have managed to carry it. Outside here, we are called the eaters of the county. Is it true or wrong?
It's true.
Leadership is the eaters of the? Is it true or wrong? Leadership led by the speaker are the eaters of what? The county. Repeat those words. Leadership and the speaker are the eaters of what?
Of the Nairobi county.
And not outsiders who speak first. You first are the ones who are speaking. Do you think it's a good feeling? When you know very well your phone as a fuliza for a member, as a leader. As a leader, you have a fuliza for a member who has come to you crying. But you cannot tell him you don't have money. But the same member tells you, Speaker, umekula sana. It's not good to expose somebody's worth. But if I expose you the worth of this young man, seated old man by 5 years to me, you'll be shocked. He doesn't need to beg anyone. Ken Ngondi does not need to beg anyone. I don't need to beg anyone to survive. Ogeto calls old money. But please don't put us into shame. Chege spoke sometimes here. He became an enemy. The era of profiling a member for speaking before the chamber, speaker, should come to an end. Let's allow our members to speak what they feel in the chamber. That's what is called a precinct of parliament. That a member can say anything and this is protected by the speaker. It's protected by the speaker. For those naysayers, I am told there are recorders. People have been bought recorders. When you say anything substantive, you are enemy of the state or enemy of the government. Please make me enemy number one. Because as you come from recess, I'll be putting the county executive in check, at the same time representing them as a broad-based majority leader. We must, Speaker, we must. The two officers, a committee also must work. Committee must work. Committee must work. Make the speaker work easy. Do your job properly. Deliver the speaker. If the speaker fails now you involve myself and Bishop. We come and ask the speaker, you are the leaders of coalitions. Why are you not executing what this member wants? But Speaker, allow us also to protect you. We beg you, allow us also to protect you, because at times you become vulnerable. You become vulnerable. You become vulnerable. We've kept the peace and we'll still continue keeping the peace. I now have opened a Pandora for meetings. Please proceed. Last time when I spoke, people took a flight and I said, yes, Muluya in Mteso, on a flight. Others went and say, "He ward fund, she died in ward fund 2. See, serikali, he ward fund 2." And they are chairmen of my committees. I agree, I've opened another Pandora box. Go and call Kerich, sit him down, tell him today I'm going to It's allowed. But as long as assembly has no funding, we'll have a fight. We'll have a fight. We'll have a clear fight. And I've also told the clerk, we don't want issues that we are not sure what's happening. Every member must know what is owed by the assembly. If he has an issue, let him raise that issue. Sikutuambia tu, we need 36 million, but you don't know Chenjera needs how much. The speaker must have it on his desk. I must have it. Bishop must have it. The whips must have it. So that also we help speaker to run the motion that comes with politics. Honourable Speaker, I repeat, I don't know if UDA are ready. Because HAPA, what I've realized, when Azimio says this, UDA becomes so important. When UDA says this, Azimio becomes so important. Today I'll say this. In 5 minutes, Chege is very important. When Chege says this, all of a sudden, Sazo becomes very important. And by the same officers. You cannot tell me that a county governor can advise CC's chief officer not to pick officers' members' phones. I don't believe so. Even now, governor should stay aside. We're dealing with these officers. An estimate has been brought before the assembly members of 40+ billion. The leader of majority is not aware of what's coming. The speaker is calling for it. Where is it? And I'm calling the CC saying me, I'm in a meeting. I'll come to you later. And he knows today is a deadline for the estimates of the budget, Bishop. And the majority is calling and saying, I'm in a meeting. What is so important that the deadline for the estimates? What is so important? Mazeni ni madharau bwana. Wewe endelea kupata madharau Mr. Pata. Another one sat in a committee akaniambia alinipatia kwa majority, you can take it. Alinipatia ndio majority, you can take it to your home.
Thank you, Honorable Majority Leader. Honorable members, I've also received a request from the Leader of Minority who would want to put a word. But again, I just want to communicate a reminder based on the concerns as raised by the Honorable Leader of Majority that on two things. I had indicated here in my communication that the train skidded at some point and we must get it back on the track. I hope I was very clear and categorical. But at the same time, after I had communicated on the train getting back on the track, a member shared with some members his thinking or his thoughts that the train is not going to reach Kangemi, in his own words. So I really don't understand members and how you would want us to operate, because if a member who actually is tasked with the responsibility to make sure that the train moves towards the correct direction is the same one who is insinuating that the train won't reach Kangemi, that is wrong. Two honorable members, we have given you tools of trade by way of amending the standing orders that will compel the CEC members to come before the plenary here to be interrogated and put to task on your concerns. That should actually form the basis of the strength of this assembly. I've heard it from the leader of majority that now when we resume in June, then he will make sure things happen differently. Kindly, I've actually been trying to understand the members. There are few members I hold in regard to their stand and position when it comes to the operations of the assembly. But now, honorable members, those doubting Thomases should join this assembly to make sure that you provide leadership, legislation, representation, and oversight. Let you not be distracted from carrying the work of oversight, because I believe that is where the burden lies. Let you not be intimidated. You have a voice. Raise that voice here. It was just the other time I'd asked one of the members, when did you bring a censor motion to the speaker and he declined to approve it? There are a lot of speculations out here. Who? No one. 124 members. No one has ever dared to even bring a censor motion against a CEC here. Then the speaker declined to approve. If you have grounds, mine is just to approve and leave it to you at the plenary level. Honorable Leader of Minority.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I feel my counterpart in the majority leader's frustrations, and actually it is very, very sad. I believe he has cried enough. He needs to act. He needs to show us the way. And I want to assure him as UDA, led by me, I am a qualified, approved political vampire. Yes. I have a track record that when it comes to doing political oversight, I am very good at it, and I know he knows that. I'm very sure that other members, like he has said, we only have the 2025-2026 budget. If there is a project you have not done, if there is anything you have not achieved, if you do not achieve it now, you have to wait for the next term, God willing, if you are back. Honorable Majority Leader, as UDA party, we have demonstrated even nationally, in Meru, in Kiambu, in other counties, that we are ready as a party to check the executive and do what needs to be done. If it is war must come, we are ready, and we are ready as soon as yesterday. Let us sit down as an assembly, identify, target, strategize, and strike. We have capacity, we have a mandate, and we have a responsibility.
Leader of Minority, you don't just have to add more.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Speaker.
You are very clear.
To assure him on behalf of my party that he should not even think about it. Twende kazi.
Thank you. Kindly let's proceed. The statement hour was just for the leadership, honorable member. Under Order 7, on the statements, we have Mwangi, Honorable Dionysius. Are you in the assembly? Roman 2, Karis Karanja. Are you ready to proceed? Kindly proceed. Adjacent to Honorable Kame, the light is on.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this moment. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 46, I wish to make a general statement to register the concerns of the residents of Roy Ward with regard to development and implementation of the county programs. With regard to the above, Honorable Speaker, I wish to submit as follows that, number one, whereas in the same spirit, Section 103F of the County Government Act 2012, which provides for the objective of county planning being to, amongst others, ensure the preconditions for integrating underdeveloped and marginalized areas to bring them to the level generally enjoyed by the rest of the county. Two, whereas Roy Ward being one of the contributor to the county revenue fund, the state of service delivery and infrastructure remains in a concerning state, despite such interventions being prioritized in the county annual development plans and county physical strategic paper and budget estimates. Three, whereas for the last 2 financial years, Roy Ward has only seen the implementation of one capital project, being the construction of Kanisani Road, whose initial approval in the beginning was 4.5 kilometers before being revised into 2 sub-projects, Part A of 1.7 kilometers amounting to 137 million and Part B of 2.53 kilometers amounting to 250 million. 4, concerned that pending handover of the designated county land to the national government for the construction of the Roy Market flagship by the national government and the Ministry of Housing, despite traders having been issued with eviction notice, the said project has not commenced to date. 5, further concerned that the pending construction of Makongeni ECD in Roy Ward, despite completion of phase 1 being the foundation which was completed over 3 years ago, it's concerning to note that as the second phase delays, the initial foundation is deteriorating by the day, threatening the structural integrity of the foundation of the project. This is despite the county having undertaken a public participation and the same concerns raised. 6, equally concerned that non-completion of Dramville Health Center, despite the residents flagging the need for the project to be considered in the budget estimates during the concluded public participation exercise. 7, similarly noting that Kamulu ECD has no toilet stroke ablution block, despite the facility being in operation with over 150 minors, posing a hygiene threat to the children with the ongoing cholera outbreak posing a grave concern. This forced me to intervene and use my own funds amounting to almost 75,000 to offer a temporary solution. 8, also noting with concern the pending completion of Roy Health Center maternity wing that lacks a sustainable flow of clean piped water and lacks a standby generator. And 9, the need for proper maintenance of the public street lighting in Roy Ward. Now therefore, Honorable Speaker, in view of the above concerns, I seek the intervention of the County Finance, Budget and Appropriations Committee to look into the same in anticipation of its consideration for the financial year 2025-2026 budget estimates, as the above raised issues have constantly been raised by the residents in all the previous public participation exercise. Honorable Speaker, I trust the able committee will consider the above concerns by my residents. I seek your guidance, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
My guidance is the concern as raised under statement by the member is directed to the Budget Appropriation Committee. Now that we have tabled the estimates, they are in a position to handle. Thank you. Honorable Sospita Mumbi, are you ready? As you prepare yourself, then let's move to, you are in Roman 4 as well. Let's get Stanzo. Request a statement from the chairperson of Select Committee on Planning regarding illegal construction in the county. Are you ready? Then Sospita, get ready as well. We have Redson Otieno, be ready. We have Mheshimiwa Heho, be ready. Then we have Mheshimiwa Kama. Who is ready on the list? Suspector, you ready?
Yeah.
Kindly clerk, check on the order paper, facilitate the members who are supposed to issue request statements.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 47-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the Chairperson of the Select Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations regarding Revenue Generation Report for years 2021-2022, 2022-2023, 2023-2024, and 2024-25 generated within Roysambu Ward. This is in line with Article 35 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and Section 4 and 5 of the Access to Information Act 2016 and the Assembly Power of Oversight. Honorable Speaker, Article 201B, Roman 1 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 states that public money shall be used in a prudent and responsible way. This implies that fees and charges should correspond to actual services rendered rather than being collected arbitrarily. Honorable Speaker, the report on the revenue generation or generated in Roysambu Ward for the financial year 2021 to 2025 has not been made available to date despite requests for the same. It is crucial that the Chief Officer responsible for revenue provides the requested information to ensure transparency and accountability in the collection and management of financial public resources. Honorable Speaker, in the statement, the Chairperson should inquire into and report on 1. A comprehensive report on the revenue collection in Roysambu Ward between financial year 2021 to 2025. The other thing, number 2, revenue collection in every respective year against the set targets in Roysambu Ward from 2021 to the current financial year. And Roman 3, measures that Nairobi County government has put in place to ensure the revenue generated from Roysambu Ward is commensurate to services delivered and development of Roysambu. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
The Chair, Budget Appropriation Committee. That's under your docket? The Vice Chair? Okay, Chairman, you qualify. Kindly proceed. Your mic is off.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. 2 weeks after recess,
Honorable Sospita, 2 weeks after recess.
Honorable Speaker, I think this is referred to the Finance, Budget and Appropriation.
Yeah, he is acting on behalf of the committee.
He's acting on behalf?
Yes, yes.
Oh, my member, thank you. That's okay, Honorable Speaker.
You have several, Honorable Stasso, you are ready? Kindly proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 47-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the Chairperson of Secretarial Committee on Lands, Planning, Housing regarding illegal constructions in the county. Honorable Speaker, Part 2 of the second schedule of the Constitution of Kenya provides that the urban planning function shall be executed by the county government, especially county government responsible for approval of development in Nairobi County. This is conducted by the Urban Planning Technical Committee. However, cases of building collapsing have been reported in recent years because developers either bypass the approval process or obtain the same irregularly and construct way above the stipulated floor levels. Further, some developers construct buildings without public participation in violation of Physical and Land Use Planning Act 2019. For instance, a developer is doing a construction on a piece of land designated as LR number 82/3716 along Upper Savannah Ward, along Savannah Road in Donholm, allegedly without relevant approvals from the county. In addition, there is no evidence that public participation was conducted prior to the commencement of construction. Honorable Speaker, in the statement, the chairman should inquire into and report on whether the developer obtained relevant statutory approval, including development approval from the county, whether the developer conducted public participation prior to obtaining the approvals, if any, whether the approval, if any, are compliant to the zone's floors level limits, and enforcement measures that the county executive has put in place to ensure developers are there, development and regulation, and approved developmental plans. Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Stanso, the chair planning, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The other day I just communicated when Honorable Stanso brought a statement that we are going to do the site visits. As honorable members will be going for recess, planning committee will be busy visiting all the sites that are illegal and confirming if we have any other matters. So I think we will be able to answer Honorable Stanso the first week of opening after recess.
Thank you. Now, Chairman, honorable members, now that the chair has actually preempted and had in a way read the mind of the chair, this is the direction. Honorable members, as we proceed for recess, I direct the office of the clerk to facilitate various, and kindly underline the word various committees to conduct elaborate site visits and report to the Assembly on the first week of the resumption of the Assembly. So all the committee, I don't know whether they're sectoral committees, the House committees, they don't conduct site visits. Honorable Chege, as a senior member of this Assembly and once a Speaker, the House committees does not conduct site visits. For that reason, all the sectoral committees, during the recess period, I want every committee to conduct elaborate site visits. And please, while discharging such duties, make sure you have the media team with you to help you in highlighting the findings. Honorable Morris, as the chair of the Health Committee, when we resume, this Assembly expect maybe 10 or 20 or 30 restaurants to be closed. Chair Transport. This language of Mashimo, please do something. Please do something. Okay. You have the powers. Let's proceed. Sospita, you still have further statements. You have 2 remaining. Request for statement, Chairperson, Secretary Committee on Lands again, on Nairobi Block 29. Do you have it?
A copy.
You also have the statement requests to the Planning Committee again. So now, while you wait to be facilitated, Honorable Redson, he is not in. Honorable Heho, he is not in, deferred. Honorable Akama is not in, deferred. Honorable Sospita, are you ready? Or we just proceed? clerk seems not to be having your statements ready, so maybe they will facilitate you and the same to appear in the order paper as we resume the first week. Is that okay, Honorable Sospita? I hope we will not be doing a lot of injustice. It's okay. Thank you. Clerk, let's move on to the next order.
Order number 8, procedural motion.
Honorable Alai. Honorable Robert Alai. Honorable members, now that the Honorable Alai is not in the chamber and had not indicated assigning any other member to transact business on behalf, I direct that the motion number 8 be directed back to the House Business Committee for consideration. Clerk.
Order number 9, procedural motion on adjournment in accordance with the Assembly calendar.
The Honorable Leader of Minority, we are under order number 9 on the motion of adjournment according to the County Assembly calendar.
Honorable Speaker, adjournment in accordance with the County Assembly calendar, that pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 31 and 3, this Assembly adjourns until Tuesday, 3rd June 2025 at 2:30 p.m. in accordance with the calendar of the County Assembly regular sessions.
Kindly get the seconder of your motion.
Honorable Speaker, the Deputy Speaker will second.
Kindly, Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to second the motion as it is with proposed by the minority leader.
Thank you. Honorable members, I now propose the question that the Assembly do adjourn in accordance with the County Assembly calendar. Honorable members. Honorable members, while in support of the motion of adjournment as per the calendar, it is the privilege and honor to give the honorable members an opportunity maybe to make some remarks on the happenings of the activities. Honorable members, any member with any one maiden speech, and I hope all 124 members of this county assembly at any given time found an opportunity to address this house. Maybe this is an opportunity for a member to make some remarks. Honorable Amy Isalamu, your mic is on.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think I stand to support the motion of adjournment in that we know we've lost one of us, and this is the right time for most of us to go and attend the funeral. And I think it's appropriate because now we have the time to go and mourn with the families and also maybe some of us can go to see the ward where one of our own used to lead. And then from there, maybe when we come back to resume the assembly, we would even know more what he has done and what he has not. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Anthony.
Honorable Speaker, I would want to ask for an opportunity for Honorable Nancy Mwaura to say something, and Honorable Kame Adano as we go on recess. I think they are.
I hope, Honorable Leader, you are not holding brief on behalf of other members.
No, they are my members. I would want them to say something as we go on recess.
Nancy
Mwaura and Honorable.
Oh, Honorable Nancy.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity, and thank you, Honorable Bishop, for catching my eye. I also support this motion. As Honorable Katemeshi has said, we need time to go and visit Honorable Munuve's family and also attend his burial. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support.
And members, the burial is coming up on 9th. The mass shall be conducted on 8th, and the burial is on 9th. The body will lie in Kariobangi overnight of 8th. Then they will proceed to, is it Makweni? Mwingi on 9th in the morning hours. So I overheard a mention of a name, Honorable Kame. Is Honorable Kame in the house? Okay, kindly proceed, Honorable Kame. Use this other microphone.
You can use this one.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity. Honorable Speaker, mine also is to support the adjournment motion, and also I would like to thank the minority leader for giving me the opportunity as well. And I would like also to say that it is the right time for us to mourn the Honorable Munuve, who has just passed away. And I would like also to pass my condolences to the members of the family and the members of this assembly. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Katile.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I stand to support the motion and also to state that as the team manager of the Assembly Choir, we have discussed and we will be presenting a song during the send-off of our dear brother, Honorable Munuve. And I take this opportunity to invite any member who feels like they can sing to join us for practice, which starts today after assembly, so that we want you to come if you can be able to sing, so that we are able to present a decent piece at the send-off. So we don't want to stand there and we don't know what we are singing. We have not practiced anything because we ought to respect our departed members. So karibuni for practice, and let us give our honorable member a good send-off. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, I wanted to give some further direction, and let me do this while standing. Honorable members, for the ease of the committee to realize while carrying out the site visit, the site visits is not limited to the planning committee alone. I've indicated all the group committees, but I would request area MCAs to help in identification of the sites they would want to be audited. Honorable Member for Parkland, are you there? Member for Parklands, I hope this is going to provide you with an opportunity to point out on areas and construction sites you would want to be audited. So I expect all the elected members to help in facilitating the committees to carry out this exercise smoothly. I hope that direction is noted. Thank you. Honourable members, my screen is clear, an indication that we don't have any other request. For that reason, members, we come to the conclusive engagement of the day. But I'd made a communication yesterday in regard to this request by the Honorable Heho and the Honorable Ochieng Jera. Both cases stand committed to the Committee on Powers and Privileges, and the Chair expects the report of the findings the first week on the resumption of the Assembly. Honourable members, the Assembly stands adjourned to 3rd June, 2:30 p.m. Thank you.